Welcome to today's Catholic Daily Readings from Christus Dominus Bread of Life. A reading from the first letter of St. John. Most beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and whoever loves is born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, for God is love. The love of God was made known to us in this way, because God has sent his only begotten Son into the world so that we may live through him. In this is love, not as if we had loved God, but that he first loved us and sent his Son as a propitiation for our sins.
Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. O God, with your judgment endow the King, and with your justice the King's own Son. He governs the poor with mercy, and the broken with truth. He sees the ones the world forgets. He hears the ones who cannot speak. He leans toward every wounded heart and calls them his. How long have we waited? How long have we prayed? How long has creation been crying your name? Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. Lord, every heart will bow before you. Lord, every tear will finally see the King we have been waiting for. The mountains will yield their peace again. The hills will remember justice. The poor will no longer be forgotten. The children will not be afraid. From sea to sea his mercy will go. From river to the edge of the world. And every land will learn his name and whisper it like a prayer. How long have we wandered? How long have we bled? How long has the world been aching for him? Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. Lord, every knee will fall before you. Lord, every voice will rise and cry, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. We do not see him yet, but we feel his footsteps. We do not hear his voice yet, but the earth is holding its breath. We do not hold the promise yet, but our hands are open. We are waiting. We are watching. We are longing. Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. Lord, every sorrow will run to you. Lord, every heart will finally know the King we have been waiting for. Lord, every nation on earth will adore you.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. And climbing up and having seen a large crowd, he took pity on them, for they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. And when it was late, his disciples came to him, saying, "This is a deserted place, and the hour is now late. Send them away, so that by going out to the surrounding farms and villages, they might buy themselves something to eat." And responding, he said to them, "Give them something to eat yourselves." And they said to him, "Should we go and buy bread for 200 denarii and give it to them to eat?" And he said to them, "How many loaves do you have? Go and see." And when they knew, they said, 5 and 2 fish. And he ordered them to make everyone sit down in groups on the green grass. And they sat down in groups of hundreds and fifties. And having taken the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, gazing up to heaven, he blessed and broke the loaves, and he gave them to his disciples to set before them. And the 2 fish he divided among them all, and they all ate and were satisfied. And they took up what had been left over from the fragments, 12 baskets full, and from the fish. And those who ate were 5,000 men. Join us for today's reflection. 5,000 hungry men, 1 boy's lunch. And Jesus looked at the disciples and said, "Give them some food yourselves." They thought he was joking, or testing them, or maybe he had lost his mind. 200 days' wages would not buy enough bread for each of them to take a little. They had done the math. They knew what was in their pockets. They knew what was impossible. Jesus asked them what they had. Go and see. They came back with the inventory of their inadequacy. 5 loaves, 2 fish, enough for maybe a dozen people if everyone took small bites, laughable against the sea of hungry faces stretching across the hillside. And Jesus said, "Bring them here." He took the 5 loaves and 2 fish. He looked up to heaven. He blessed them. He broke them. He gave them to the disciples to distribute. They all ate. 5,000 men plus women and children, not a polite nibble to take the edge off. They all ate and were satisfied. And when they picked up the fragments, 12 wicker baskets full, more left over than they started with. This is what happens when you bring what you have to Jesus. It does not matter that it is not enough. It was never going to be enough. That is the whole point. If you had enough, you would not need him. The miracle requires your inadequacy. John writes that love is from God. Everyone who loves is begotten by God and knows God. Whoever is without love does not know God, for God is love. This is how love was revealed to us. God sent his only Son into the world so that we might have life through him. God sent his Son into a world of 5,000 hungry people and 5 loaves of bread. He sent love into a situation of impossible need, and love did what love does. It multiplied, it satisfied, it left 12 baskets of abundance where there had been scarcity. In this is love, not that we have loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son as expiation for our sins. We did not earn it, we did not deserve it. We brought our 5 loaves and 2 fish, our pathetic offerings, our inadequate efforts, and God took them and blessed them and broke them and fed the world. Mark tells us that when Jesus saw the vast crowd, his heart was moved with pity for them, for they were like sheep without a shepherd. Pity, compassion. The Greek word is splanchnizomai, a gut-level response, a visceral ache at the sight of suffering. Jesus looked at the crowd and felt it in his stomach. That is where the miracle started, not with power but with pity, not with abundance but with ache. Jesus hurt for them before he fed them. The multiplication of loaves was the overflow of a heart that could not bear to see people hungry. What moves your heart to pity? What makes your gut ache? That is where your miracle is waiting. Not in the things you can handle easily, not in the situations where you have plenty, but in the places where the need is so vast that 5 loaves look like a joke. The psalm speaks of a king who will rescue the poor and have pity on the lowly. He shall save the lives of the poor. This king does not rule from a distance. He wades into the mess. He sees the crowd and feels it in his stomach and does something about it. The disciples wanted to send the people away. It is a deserted place and already very late. Dismiss them so they can buy themselves something to eat. Practical advice. Reasonable solution. Let them solve their own problem. Jesus refused. You give them some food. He would not let them off the hook. He would not let them outsource the compassion to someone else. You, with your 5 loaves and 2 fish, with your 200 days' wages you do not have, you give them food. And when they finally stopped calculating and started obeying, when they brought what little they had instead of making excuses about what they lacked, the miracle happened. 5,000 men fed, 12 baskets left over, one for each disciple to carry home, a personal reminder that what you give to Jesus comes back multiplied beyond recognition. What are you holding back because it is not enough? What gift, what resource, what offering have you kept in your pocket because you did the math and it does not add up? Jesus is not asking for enough. He is asking for what you have. Bring it here. Let him bless it. Let him break it. Watch what happens when inadequacy meets the one who makes all things new. God is love, and love does not calculate whether there is enough before it gives. Love gives, and in the giving, there becomes enough.